Alrighty everyone, welcome back to some Nightreign. We're going to be playing the Undertaker against Night Aspect. I chose Night Aspect today because I wanted it to be a little bit more comparable. So you can tell how the new characters are doing against something we've already seen. That way you can, judge whether you want to get the DLC or not. Because I know paid DLC nowadays, especially with other games giving you kind of free DLC as it stands, can sometimes be a tough sell. But yeah, this is a fun character. I've been having lots of fun with Undertaker. In a nutshell, what is she? She is a mini raider. She has more variety or more but she based in survivability. It's kind of like a give and take. She's gonna be squishier, and she is also going to be a little bit faster for it. So she does very good damage despite her starting weapon being worse by a significant amount than other hammers. And the reason why is because you get a damage buff when you use your ability. So clearly they want you to use your ability. We're gonna go with a Sacred Hammer for very obvious reasons. Alright, let's go that way. So yeah, the way I have her built is kind of like a raider. So Rally Relic, obviously. And then we have taking damage improves attack power. So the very classics of a raider build. And then on top of that, I do have a little bit of frostbite with my fire, just because it's convenient now and I don't have any better relics. Her character's special relic right now is questionable. I don't think I've seen it actually do anything significant, but it's hard to tell right now. Let's grab this fire grease. But yeah, she's been fun. Versatility is the name of the game. She has a lot of things to actually talk about, so let's talk about them. The first thing is her passive. Her passive lets you essentially get a free ultimate whenever you get grabbed. That's a free ultimate on top of your normal ultimate. So if you haven't used one or the other, or sorry, if you haven't used the normal one, you can just use the purple one that you're gonna get for free, which is very cool. So that's her big upside there. For the other one, I think it's, I don't remember the rest of the passive, I'll be quite honest, but I think that's the biggest takeaway. You get a free ultimate every time you get grabbed, essentially, which is, it sounds like a lot, but what? Sounds like a lot, but in practice, actually, it doesn't feel that strong. But we're going to talk about some bugs later. It might be a bug. I don't want to chalk it up to her being bad or something. But then her ability is like the main thing about her. Ugh. I'll get rid of these. Okay, interesting. Everything is conspiring against me right now. Oh, she's doing this thing because she input reads that I have a strong weapon and she gets staggered, so she doesn't like being near me because she feels like she's gonna get staggered. Okay, there you go. That's the purple ultimate. Thankfully, she let me do it. God damn. Yeah, she only does this if you can stagger her with like normal R1s, if it feels like. There you go, she broke out of it. further. I like this. We're going to be charging quite a few of heavy attacks. Let's go through this one, I guess, first, and then wrap back around. Yeah, this one's easier to get, I guess. We can walk in from the north. That's unfortunate. We wasted so much time there. I should have known better, but it is what it is. But anyway, sorry about that. For her ability, she gets a damage boost the more you attack, so you're incentivized to attack, which will also deplete your stamina faster than any other ability in the game. You also get damage negation, but not as significant as Raider, for example. So you are incentivized to take hits. On top of that, you do get hyper armor for it. So she is quite strong in that regard. And then on top of that, she also interacts with her ultimate. So if you use your ultimate while you have your ability active, I think you get a damage buff or something. That, or instead, if you don't use your ability, it's worded quite weirdly, and I haven't actually tested it too much myself. But yeah, I think it's when you use your ability and use your ultimate during it. That's when you get a bigger damage buff. But it's not quite clear in the wording. Regardless, you get a damage buff. That is 100% true. Let's see if it is the latter here. Just not. Kind of, actually. So it's both, actually. I was right. So it's both in the sense that you get a bigger damage boost when you have your ultimate like available. And obviously, we'll do this because we're doing quite a lot of that. We don't need more stone sword keys. We're not even running the thing. But yeah, obviously, if you use your ultimate during that little period of time, it's gonna do more damage. So all of that makes it quite fun to play her. You get to choose, because usually with other characters, it's just the basic ABCs of gaming, right? If you've ever played like a hero shooter or an RPG or an MMO, a MOBA, it's always be casting. That's just the perennial rule. And with this character, instead you go like, well, do I actually want to be always casting? Do I instead want to hold this ult to get a little bit extra damage with my ability? Or do I actually want to just pop the ult here, right? There's a little bit of decision making there that makes it more interesting in my opinion. So yeah, that's basically her ability. And that's the most interesting thing about her, because her ultimate is just basically auto targeting. It's an auto aim aerial fucking tomahawk missile. It's just insane. Not much else to say about it. You also get to move afterward just to position yourself better. So yeah, it's just kind of goated by itself. It doesn't need to do more, but its interactions with the ability is what makes it a little bit more interesting, because sometimes you want to hold off on your ultimate and out of the way. Oh right, the other side of her passive, by the way, you've already probably commented this, but if your teammate uses an ult, you also get another phantom ult, which is quite a lot of ults. I think if they wanted to adjust that, I would make it so that purple ult also gets rid of your normal ult if you use it too early, or if you use it in those situations, just to incentivize, again, more strategic use of your ultimate, so to speak. Right? You want to use your ult, but hey, you know, my teammate, I know still has ult. We're on comms, or like I haven't seen him use their ult, and we're on the Night Lord kill. I want to use my ult before him, so when he uses his ult, I get a free one, right? Just kind of like that decision making that's currently missing from the character. You just kind of hold your ult in most cases. She does quite well, as you can see, against things that she can stagger. She gets a little bit more finicky when you're fighting something that you can't stagger. So the big guys, and that's where the frost is going to help us a little bit to balance the fight out. Also things that you can't just hyper armor like that to guarantee you're charged heavy. So she's going to have some bad matchups, and just like Raider, before anyone asks, just like Raider, I think she's not going to be that good in Debo Knight because of those reasons. A character that kind of looks to get hit to improve their damage output is not going to do well in a game mode that heavily punishes you for getting touched even once. We're going to kill this guy really quickly. We'll see what we get. It is Heolstor, so there shouldn't be any DLC shenanigans going on here. Ow. You see that? It's just auto-aim. Like, it doesn't matter where he is. It's incredible. Good stuff so far. And then we clear the frost. But yeah, the charge heavies also take quite a bit of stamina. It honestly sometimes feels like she's wielding a great hammer. I guess it is a great hammer for her size, I don't know. But anyway, just hyper armor through that. Ooh. Ooh. I do like that. Since we're fighting Heolstor, we're gonna give up the Flaming Strike shenanigans and just go with, I don't know, like Flaming Strike plus... it's too good, it's too good. There's a lot of things I want to upgrade here, but I can't really. So let's go for what I know will work for the... We can upgrade it to blue. I don't mind that. And then we upgrade probably this normal hammer to purple. Screw it. I don't care. I want to have fun. And yeah, well, this setup right now is very fun. I haven't actually used a colossal weapon with her, so we'll see how well it does. Yeah, first impressions. Okay, we have a very nice boss over here, and that looks like a demi-human. No, that's Scion. Okay. Yeah, she's incredibly fun. A little bit. What's the term for it? It's not finicky. I'm blanking on it. Not unreliable. There you go. I was about to say not reliable. Well, I wonder what that word is. There's gonna be another free ultimate. You do have to use it, by the way. That's probably gonna go. That free ult is probably gonna go. I'll be totally honest. I don't think you get a damage buff from... Oh my goodness. I don't think you get a damage buff if you riposte with your ability up. But if you do, that's, again, more damage. Just look at the compounding buffs. And that's why... Like I said at the start, that's why her mace deals less damage than other maces. It's because they accounted for this. Obviously, that doesn't apply for when you just get a different weapon, right? So that's why she's slow and more inconsistent at the start. But if she gets going, she just gets going. Especially in multiplayer, like I said, because of that free ult as well, whenever your teammate ults. It's just another win more mechanic like Iron Eye, where with his mark. Right. I mean, we don't even need to talk about Iron Eye. You know what Iron Eye does. So it's just a win more mechanic like his. Anyway, I don't think that's going to stick around too long in the current state that it's in. It's a little bit too good. But let's enjoy while we can, huh? Because she is great. We'll obviously be looking at Scholar soon. Scholar is also very cool, but in a totally different way. And then in solo play, I don't think I'm going to be able to like really show off what makes him cool, because it's all about the stacking damage and defense buffs you can give your entire team. So obviously if you're one player, it ends up not being that impressive. Nice. So just like Raider, I think the way you want to build her is, besides the taking damage stuff and her character specific stuff that you might want, the way you want to build her is, I think, ability cooldown more so than ultimate cooldown. Ooh. Wait. No, this is going to be better. We're just talking about Colossals. A Colossal Great Hammer is going to be way better than a Colossal Great Axe. So, what the hecking lag? Okay. Let's get going. I know that's a dragon. We might actually skip it. We don't need to kill a dragon. So we're pretty much set up. I'm going to have to upgrade this Sacred Hammer by the looks of it. So we should stop by... Let's do this, yeah. We'll stop by this thing here just to get the upgrade for it. But, yeah, I mean, not much else to say. She's fun. And I think she's going to be my secondary main from now on. The Guardian's still going to be my favorite. I do just like defensive characters that can play offensively, right? So, that's Guardian for me. And this scratches the other edge that I have usually, which is kind of like the mini grappler. Obviously, she's not a grappler in any sense, but she's a bruiser. Just in a small shape, I guess. So obviously I love Raider for what he is. He's just super fun to play. But I like characters that sacrifice a little bit of that boonga boonga for more versatility, I think is probably the better term. I wish he was... maybe not anymore. The way she's designed, I do like her being a strength faith character. I was kind of disappointed that she was not... Oh, wait, no, sorry. I was thinking Dex Faith or Strength Int, which are two of the least represented archetypes in these games. But I would have loved her if she was Strength Int, actually, just as much. Because you'll notice we're about halfway through the expedition. I haven't even talked about spells yet. That's because she really doesn't need them, bro. She really does not need them. Nor does she really even use them. It totally depends on whether you get a good church to spawn. Just look at the damage piling up from timing your stuff right, which is really satisfying. Ah. He is giga dead. Scepter of the All-Knowing is fun. I don't like its ability, so we're gonna skip it. We have everything that we need, honestly. Even for Heolstor, I think we're gonna rot him and then continue with the normal shenanigans with the Sacred Hammer. Kind of like a Temu fucking Maricus Hammer. I'll think about it, but you know, it is what it is. It's what I can afford. It would be nice to get Maricus Hammer. Just look at that combos, dude. And if your teammate ults there, you also get an ult. So like, yeah, overall she has so much going for her. It's just the rough start for the character, but Frostbite helps you out with that. Yeah. Guard counters. Nothing of value here, honestly. Alright, Central Castle time. Good stuff. I think we've covered basically everything. We can talk about spells. I think she's a good secondary source of incantations. So if you have a Revenant, the kind of incantations that I would personally go with Undertaker are the utility spells, maybe buff spells. Stuff so your Revenant doesn't have to do that kind of stuff. Obviously, you know, if you get a Fire's, what's it called? Giant's Flame Take Thee, and then on top of that you also get Golden Vow, and obviously there's only one... Ow. There's only one thingy to use, right? Or I want to say Callus, but it's not. Talisman or whatever. No, Talisman is with Dark Souls. Seal. Sacred Seal. There you go. If it's only one seal between the two of you, obviously Revenant should get it. But say, for example, if Revenant already has a Lightning Spear or something, and you find one that has a Scarlet Ionia or something, then you get the Scarlet Ionia, if that makes sense. I think that would work way better for both of you, because you would have more uptime between the two of you. Oh, there it is. Let me throw this away. Because is this 2 armaments? Yeah, okay. But yeah, you would have more uptime between the two of you than if just the Revenant was using both spells, if that makes sense, or both Sacred Seals. And for strength, well, it's Finders Keepers. If you're playing with a Raider, Finders Keepers, brother. I personally think Undertaker is way more fun than Raider. And I don't want to say better, but I want to say better. Because I like her more. So I'm going to say she's better than Raider too. Even though I think Raider does the whole face tanking thing way better. Because like I said at the start, you explode if you misplay. Like significantly. If you get hit too often, too quickly, or at the wrong time, you're going to explode. That doesn't really happen with Raider, especially with his health bar. So that's something to consider. My fault, OG. Just the ability also to use your skill during an animation is incredible. Stun. Yeah. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Should get a Frost soon. He's so fucking confused. Oh yeah, we're going to town here. And this really doesn't concern us. Oh, well, I got saved by that actually. We don't want to be near that quite yet. Lovely. We don't even need to use our ult. Yeah, that's what I was waiting for, that the big swipe that he does. Just in case. A bunch of useless crap for us. Church. Apparently I missed a church. I don't want to sound pretentious, but I don't think I'm going to need this church for Heolstor. We'll see. The way this is going right now is feeling very good. I technically... Oh. Sir. I technically can still get this ever jail, especially if it closes like right in front of me right now. So I'll keep it. We'll take the overpath here because it's just probably faster than trying to run up the cliff. But yeah, man, I love this character. And I think I'll like Scholar as well. He's a very complex character, but in solo, it really limits your abilities, I feel. Because most of the benefit of Scholar is you upgrade your consumables and you give them to your entire team, right? So your entire team gets the boiled crabs, the exalted fleshes. Your entire team gets damage on all of the elements of the boss because of your ultimate. Your entire team get extra damage on all the enemies that you mark as well. Like all of that. He's very much a support character, so I might make an exception for these videos. This isn't even a guide per se for Undertaker, but pretty much is. It's still kind of like a first impressions early review of her. But I've tried to keep these solo because I think if a character is not good solo... Oh, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say at this point. I feel like solo is the baseline. That's basically where I'm getting at. Because people might not have friends to play with. So if something's unfun solo, you know, it's worth knowing about. But at the same time, when a character is so deeply ingrained with the identity of playing in trios, as Scholar is, it's hard to say, oh, this character kind of sucks in solo, but he's really good at trios, and that not show it. Kind of weird, in my opinion. But I don't know. Kind of talking out my ass at this point. Just pressing R1 on this helmet. It's probably the most useful at this point. Oh, there we go. We managed to... Was that 4 Everjails? 1... 2... No, just 1. 2, actually. Only 2. So just imagine this with plus 10 or whatever extra damage. She's fun. But fun's over, apparently. My fault. My fault, OG, for having fun. Just look at that hyper armoring this guy. Pretty fun. I think Raider, going back to is Raider better or not conversation. I think Raider can get more like funnier clips, I think. I don't know. I think she can get pretty funny clips by herself. Just the way she's built. You're gonna see a lot of clips, I think, online of like the dumbest Undertaker sequences, and it doesn't show the fact that the person doing the clip nearly died 2 seconds earlier. You know? I'm feeling like that's gonna be... I think that happens often. There you go. Just finish that off. Base attack sounds nice. don't know if I mentioned it already, but we are going to be making videos for the new bosses. I think they're a little bit more complicated, especially in solo. I've fought... Oh, we don't have enough for this one. But I've primarily fought... Balancer? I don't know what she's called. The Valkyrie lady. She's been difficult to figure out. I still haven't figured it out enough to like no hit. But I think we'll get there. She's fun. She looks cool and she also moves well. I think she's fun. She's a little bit buggy though right now. If you don't know, we might as well talk a little bit about her while we beat up Heolstor. But if she has someone else targeted and they go down, she just kind of bugs out and walks somewhere. I don't know why. But yeah, you can use that to your advantage, so you can revive whoever else, someone else that you might be playing with, you know what I mean? Or you can also use that opportunity to hit her a bunch. I think she eventually breaks out of the animation, the bug or whatever. But, you know, if you haven't seen that bug yet. We might as well use this lonely fire grease we've been saving up this entire time. Oh. I think I can get this off. Opa. Let me not screw this up. There is a spot I've been told where there's just no hitbox. I'll have to look at that. I saw a video by like a Japanese content creator about it. She's so mobile. Oh my goodness, she's great, dude. She's great. I love her to bits. I knew I would. Strength or faith or end. She's still strength, so it's just the perfect element. All right. Well, hopefully that shows you what she can do. I'll go and try to make her work in a public lobby. Nah, I think you'll be fine. Lots of people are playing her though. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. If you have any questions about her, I'll try to answer. I'm still learning her. This is definitely not a full... More content to come. So stay tuned and have a good one.